Good morning, guys. It is Jonathan with One Big Impact. So today I actually want to make a video about Atkins. Now, the first thing is, if you're new here, please check us out on Facebook. Our group is called Healthy Living for a Healthy Life, and also on Instagram at One Big Impact. So if you're looking for meal plans, if you're looking for badass t-shirts or anything like that, shoot me a message through Facebook is probably going to be the quickest way to be able to reach me. And if you don't answer the questions in the Facebook group, it's going to be really hard to get in. So first and foremost, the biggest thing that I want to talk about on Atkins, this is just a basic overview, understanding how to follow Atkins, but more importantly, how to be successful during Atkins. The first thing that you have to understand is you're not just getting rid of the carbohydrates, okay? A lot of people think, well, if I just stop eating carbs, I'll be good to go, right? The biggest problem with that is that we still just overeat, and it's really easy to overeat, whether it's through meat, but also when you start to eat fats versus carbohydrates. By the way, fats don't make you fat, but they can. And the reason for that is because they are about 2.5 times the caloric density that carbohydrates are. So carbohydrates are going to be, 4 calories per gram. And fat, like cheese, is going to be 9 calories per gram. Now, I know you're probably thinking, well, that's not 2.5 times. Shut up. All right? Stop busting my chops. But regardless, it is obviously over 2 times the caloric density. So the problem with saying, I'm just going to stop eating carbohydrates and start eating other stuff is, they have a place down the street from my house, and it is called, I'm not going to tell you what it's called, but they have a low-carb option of an item that has about 2 pounds of cheese on it. Now, I've tried time and time again. You're not going to lose weight by eating that because it is like 4,000 calories just for one meal, and then in a couple hours, you're going to be hungry again. Hence a caloric surplus. So the biggest thing is that you have to remember is there are other factors besides carbohydrates that are going to matter. One of them being calories. Calories are going to be really important at the end of the day. Now, I'm not saying that you have to be like, I don't know about this and get a little crazy or whatever. But I will say the most successful people on weight loss are going to be making sure their calories are in check and they're putting themselves in a regular deficit. Many people will tell me all the time, Jonathan, I'm not losing weight. I don't know what the hell's going on. I'm not sure what to do. Okay, so if that's happening, you might be nibbling or tasting things throughout the day. You might be drinking like coffee with creamer, or you might be stopping at like Dutch Bros or drinking energy drinks. There's so many things. Let's be completely honest. There are so many things that you can do wrong by going low carbohydrate. Now, the other thing is, besides the calories and the extra stuff that you could be eating throughout the day, the other obvious thing for me when I'm working with a client is the fact that I just went brain dead. Oh my gosh, really? I just went brain dead. But I really went brain dead. I should have wrote this down. I knew I should have wrote it down. Ugh. When you're losing weight, the whole process is going to I have to stop the video and find my train of thought. And I'm back. Okay. The other factor is that you can't just stop eating carbohydrates and start eating fats and proteins and kind of hoping for the best, because the whole idea is that you want to get into ketosis. The whole idea is that you are in a state of ketosis, which means you're burning fat. You will lose weight by reducing your calories and probably not eating carbohydrates. But if you want to maximize that without having to flip-flop back and forth and everything like that, you want to get your macros right. So the first and easiest way is you can do keto, you can do Atkins, induction phase, anything like that. You can do just a low-carb approach. You can count your macros. You can count your calories through macros. There's a lot of different ways you can do it. But the idea is 70 to 75% fat, 20 to 25% protein. Sorry, I'm brain dead right now. And then 5% carbohydrates. Now, in addition to that, you have to understand the other aspect of that. The other end of that is that you have to make sure those macronutrients are put in the right place. Meaning, you have to make sure you have the foundation vegetables. I see people all the time, they will say, well, I don't need vegetables, I'll just do whatever. So first of all, for proper brain function, they tell us that you want to stay between 12 and 15 grams of net carbohydrates per day, which means you're pretty much eating vegetables at every meal. Whether it's like a salad, or it could be cucumbers, it could be celery, it could be like an avocado, it could be whatever. The biggest thing is that you are eating vegetables. And you can get up to, for Atkins induction, you can get up to 18 to 22 grams of vegetable or grams of carbohydrates through total grams of carbohydrates. But then when you take out the fiber, you want to be between 15 or 12 and 15 grams of net carbohydrates. So it's a little bit confusing, and I can go into deeper understanding of that. I have made tons of videos, but make sure you are including the vegetables, okay? That means, like, you are getting enough fiber. You're going to crap if you're eating fiber. If you're eating fiber, it helps you go to the bathroom, therefore getting rid of waste, therefore getting rid of fat. So remember that. Like, if you're eating lots of cheese and heavy whipping cream and all of these things that you're not used to, sometimes that'll stop you up. And one of the biggest things is making sure that you're eating vegetables throughout the process. If you're not, you should, okay? You should. That's a big thing. The other thing that I want to talk about is understanding that literally everything on the planet could screw you up. If you have not looked at, like, this is not a good explanation, but let's see. I don't have anything. I'm not even... do I have anything here that has stuff in it? Well, creamer, but also your vitamins. Like one of my clients the other day, biotin, it had like 3 grams of carbohydrates per little gummy and like 3 grams of sugar. That will throw you out of ketosis. Like, you have to make sure your spices, you have to make sure literally everything is just not screwed up. Like, you have to watch for sugars, added carbohydrates, or anything like that. Even eggs have carbs, 0.6, but still, like, that is something that you have to count and make sure that is accounted for. In addition, I don't know if you can see it in the video, it's over there. Coconut oil, olive oil, canola oil, alcohol. Like, for some reason, people never realize that these things have calories, okay? I don't know what it is, but people are like, it's vodka. It's fine. It's not fine, and you're a fuck up if you're doing that, okay? The best rule of thumb is if you are going to be on track and you're like, I want to lose weight, then don't let anything else matter besides losing weight. Don't be going out on the weekends getting trashed, because let's be completely honest, if you get turned up on a Friday night, you're not making good food choices after that. So you've got all the added calories of all the freaking random sugary drinks that you ate or drank, and then you went to Filiberto's at 2 o'clock in the morning and made really good healthy decisions after that, because I just want a carne asada burrito and like 5 gallons of hot sauce right now. Shut up. All right? If this matters to you, get really specific with it. Oils can have up to like 120 calories per 2 tablespoons. So if you're cooking with it, you're going to gain weight. You have to remember that. This is a complete way of changing everything you do. So you really have to go into like everything that you consume on a daily basis. And it's really positive, because you'll be like, holy crap, like I did not realize all these extra calories, all these extra carbohydrates, all these sugar that I've been eating, and I just didn't even realize it. So keep that in mind. One more thing just before we go is give yourself about 3 to 5 days. Some people are up to 7 days where their cravings are just out of ordinary. Usually about 3 days, you're going to flip into ketosis really fast, and then you're going to start to feel better. You're not going to be craving foods. But as you pull those carbohydrates away, your cravings will start to fight back. You'll be like, your body will be like, are you sure you don't want to have carbohydrates? You sure you don't want them tortillas? You sure you don't want the rice? Are you sure you don't want a cupcake? Are you sure? Like, and it will really, really eat at you, and it becomes increasingly difficult over the course of that 3 days. But once you get past that, you'll be like, not even hungry anymore. But in addition to that, you need to make sure that you are not eating, because when you become fat adapted, you realize that, oh, I wasn't actually hungry. I was just being like a victim of the sugar cravings or whatever. So once you figure that out, stay away from those things, but also make sure you're eating your food on a regular basis, because once you start burning that fat as fuel and stuff like that, your body will be like, well, all of a sudden I'm really, really hungry, and then you'll go back to those habitual things, meaning like the pizzas and the pastas and the bread or the cupcakes or the cookies or the chocolates or whatever. So really understand that even though you're not hungry anymore, you're still hungry, but your body needs something different now. So make sure you don't do that, and make sure you keep that all on track. If you guys have questions, if you have a suggestion for another video, please feel free to put it in the comment section below. Liking, sharing, comment, and subscribing to my channel really helps me out massively. We're about 900 subscribers out from 20,000, which is a pretty big milestone. I've been going on this for like 7-8 years or something like that. So it would really help. Also, remember, like I said, go check us out on Facebook. Our group is called Healthy Living for Healthy Life. If you have any questions or you want to see my clients' results, please check out my Instagram at One Big Impact. Have a beautiful day, and be stronger than your excuses. Bye.